I'm super excited today to have a colleague and friend of mine, Justin Heazlewood, join us. You might know him as the bedroom philosopher, but he is also one of the poets for the Tasmanian Poetry Month showcase, and will be creating poetry as part of 30 and 30 this month. Hi, Justin.
Hi there.
What's the 30 and 30 thing?
Oh, it's great. There's a place people called Red Room Poetry, and they're pretty much Australia's biggest poetry organisation right now. And August is Poetry Month, and I just bung that in your calendar right now if you weren't 100% aware. And through August, they'll have one poet per day for 30 days. And I'm not sure what the collective noun for, maybe a depression of poets. But anyway, I'll be one of them.
If you'd like to send in your collective noun for a group of poets, 0438922936. Justin, what are you reading for us this morning?
Oh, well, this is a national world debut of this poem. Like, I have poetry that I've written that might sit in a shoebox for quite a long time, to be honest with you, and now I'm publishing one of them, and I would have never read the poem to any human being before it goes out into the world. So this poem's never been published. I've never really shared it. It's called 13 Ways to Drink Chocolate Milk. I can't even remember writing it.
Justin Heazlewood, take it away.
1. The word Lisa is etched into a tree, and I feel ill. 2. If I had a straw, I would breathe some life into my milk. 3. She says hello, he ignores me, and no one is drinking chocolate milk. 4. It's too sweet. It's like melted soap. 5. Another boy drinking my brand. 4 degrees of refrigeration. 6. The chocolate milk doesn't know that I'm preoccupied with listening to blackbirds. 7. He's got plain milk and a tennis ball. It could be an apple. 8. My chocolate milk and I did not guess that the girl would finish her tea and have a limp. 9. This milk is unnatural. The corners don't fit my hand. 10. My chocolate milk has faded since I bought it. 11. All I want is someone to agree with me that it's cold so I can throw my milk away. 12. I can look at my chocolate milk on the internet. 13. If I drank my chocolate milk and no one cared, did I really want it in the first place?
Justin Heazlewood there with 13 Ways to Drink Chocolate Milk. Thank you so much. And the Poetry Showcase is coming up at Mona on the Lawns, Sunday, August the 3rd at 2 p.m. What are we going to see there?
Talk about it. The poetry scenes, it's rivaling the comedy and music scenes for only the first time in human history.
And I think it really is.
There's a poetry scene, and everyone should be just flagrantly aware of this and enjoying the culture and the arts and the abstractness of poetry that can be refreshing for the brain in a world where we're overwhelmed by information and media and what's going on. Poetry is sort of this silly dancing butterfly of language that just lands on your shoulder for a little bit and then flits off again. And I just think the human psyche reacts well to it. Even if it's not great, even if it's not your cup of tea, I don't think poetry is going to hurt you. You know, and it's just, it can only benefit, really. So that's happening at Mona, everybody's favourite subterranean bunker of things I don't really get. And that's at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and it's free even. So there might be a cost of living crisis, but there's no poetry crisis in Hobart because it's alive and well.
It's a poetry glut.
Friends, it's almost too much.
Great. There's so many great nights. You've got another poem for us as well, and that's a big part of this is to take a moment in the week to listen in that different way.
My friends at Red Room Poetry will not mind me also promoting wildly my self-published book Dream Bernie, which came out in February, which has a poem in it So there's a very strong connection here, and I'm totally valid to be doing whatever it is I'm doing right now. And I wrote this. This is a big poem for me. It's called Truganini Street. That's a street in Montello where I live in Burnie. We learned nothing about Aboriginals in school. Nothing useful, anyway. They told us that Truganini was the last surviving Tasmanian, and that they all died out, but never why. One day in grade 4, that's 1990 to you, a new girl was introduced to our class. Her name was Rose. She wore a pretty yellow dress with matching socks, too dressed up for class. I'd never seen anyone like her. Different skin, the darkest black. So we stared, and she was terrified, and she slunk into the desk next to mine and buried her head in her arms. At lunch, the boys named her Emu. Jason had a good chuckle. The next day, she wasn't in class. We never saw Rose again. They left me to drift through life, sent off with my certificates. I never got an education, not that kind of one, the one they have today. I was left to guess and fiddle with the jigsaw of my lie. There is a street in Montello where the unsavoury eggs live. I think of it like Pac-Man, a portal where Commodores roll out like ghosts. There's a ship in the middle of a little park. No children play. Dogs bark, their echoes heavy. An eerie, smoky stillness pervades each time I clomp around, lost. I may never have felt as uncomfortable anywhere as I feel there. It's home to the square of dirty cream path where my friend for the week, Dwayne, pushed me to the curb. It was 1989. That's grade 3 to me. The year I went off the rails, stealing money out of Mum's purse. I'd fallen in love with a video game, a space one, at Joy Street shop. I took $50 once and bought everyone lollies. Dwayne was a bad dude, older, rude. I was smart, shy. I wanted someone to like me. I would have killed if they'd trained me. Dwayne was the best I could do. Drifting invisible in grey track pants, bruises on my shins. Mum didn't mind. She was having a lie down. Once Dwayne pushed me. I fell, straight and plain, stabbed in the chest by double-decker freckles. He and his friend, they laughed, and it hurt. But I did not cry, and it did not matter.
Justin Heazlewood, Truganini Street. And it's poetry for us this morning. Also appearing in the 30 in 30 as part of the Tasmanian Poetry Month and the showcase at Mona Lawns, Sunday, August the 3rd at 2 p.m. And Dream Burnie, Justin, what's like the book about?
It's the most Burnie book ever written about Burnie in the history of the world. It's 340 colour pages celebrating some of the artistic alumni that have come from Burnie, interviews with 20 different people. And then my experiences and thoughts about the place and a sort of cavalcade of retro ads for shops that no longer exist from the Advocate in full colour reproduction. So it's sort of a bit of nostalgia. It's a time capsule. It's also a celebration of the art and culture that's come from Burnie and just repositioning the narrative around the place in a pretty weird psychedelic way that no one has asked for or expects.
And what a great gift that would make.
Yeah, so there's not that many copies left.
Family.
It's at independent bookstores around Tasmania or Dream Burnie. in time to confuse someone for Christmas.
If you look up Red Room Poetry, they've got so much incredible work there and details as well. And on Mona Lawn, Sunday, August the 3rd at 2 p.m, the Tasmanian Poetry Month Showcase. Justin, thanks so much.
Thanks, Rick.